Hi there, welcome to this, our basically our final regular season coaches show. We got one weekend left, and it's going to be a good one. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's going to be interesting.
No, it'll be intense. The rivals, Bismarck, and we got a 1-point lead over Aberdeen for the division title, so it's there's a lot on the line.
We talked about last week, you guys were 3 points up going into last weekend. Aberdeen won both their games. You guys split with Bismarck here at Riverside. Saturday night, lost 1-0, goal with about 5 minutes left to go. Tough way to end that weekend, I suppose.
Yeah, you know, the game by both teams was a very, very good game, and you know, obviously defensive battle, guys are blocking shots, getting sticks in lanes, and it was a physical game, intense game. It was just like the playoffs. And
so it's kind of a playoff atmosphere.
Yeah, and they snuck one in, got to the net from the point and off the post and in, and that was the difference.
And it's one of those things where now, you know, you really have to just think of it as we have to go into Bismarck and get 2 wins. As tough as that may seem, and as tough as that is going to be to do, that's got to be the mentality, I suppose.
Yep, that's what we're going to go and attempt to do, and you know, take care of the game Friday night, make sure our guys are having fun and ready, oiled up, ready for the game on Friday night, and I'll make sure we take care of that one first.
Who does Aberdeen play this weekend?
They're out in Wenatchee.
Out in Wenatchee. So it'll, you know, what do you tell the guys going into this type of weekend? And not only, regardless of what happens, whether you finish first or second in the division, you know, playoffs are right around the corner. What's the message this week?
Well, the message is make sure we play our hockey. Like, you know, you could easily get down. Hey, we lost the game. It was tight. It was a late loss. You know, 5 minutes left in the game when they score. So it's tough mentally to try to regroup. But right after the game, it was like, hey, that's one of those games where you can kind of hang your hat up on the rack and be like, hey, you know what? We played pretty hard.
Yep.
We just didn't win. Are there things that we can improve on to help us win? Yeah. But you know what? We played pretty hard.
Yeah.
We made mistakes that happen and that all young kids make, and but we can accept the effort that our guys gave in that game, and that's a lot. Moving forward is, hey, we played well. We'll just make sure we do a couple things better, and we'll, you know, everybody just gives a little bit. We'll win.
I guess that's the silver lining at this point, because you also have those games where you don't play that well. We had one, you know, just a couple weeks ago we were talking about, and you win, but you don't necessarily feel like, oh, we played our best hockey, sort of thing. And this type of scenario, you know, maybe you didn't get the W, but you left it all out on the ice, and it wasn't a bad game by any means.
No, and you know what? It's actually could possibly even help us more. As you know, you understand the playoffs. Is, you know what? Even when you play a good game for close to 60 minutes, you may lose. So let's not take it for granted. Let's make sure we play 60 minutes, play our hockey. Let's give it. Let's not go into the game and think, okay, maybe we'll take the first 10 off and kind of see how this game goes.
Yeah, and that's going to be one of those things. Once the playoffs come around, you need to play 60 minutes of hockey.
Yeah,
there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, they're all good teams in our division. You know, there's 4 that are left, and we got to play good. You know, Bismarck's going to be a tough task, and whoever we play in the first round is going to be a tough task. So that's how our mentality is going into each game.
And we've kind of seen that throughout this year. I mean, you mentioned a few weeks ago there was a scout you were talking to that said, you know, your division is probably the deepest out of all of them. So I mean, you know, we know that there's talent in this division, and you know, there's kind of that parity where who knows who's going to come out.
Exactly. That's the tough. Is there's, you know, a lot of the other divisions, you got 1 or 2 teams that are just really completely running away, and they're head and shoulders above the rest. And you look, our division's pretty tight. I think it's all single digits within the division leader right now. We're close to it. You know, Bismarck struggled a bit, but by no means are they a weak team.
You
that
can't
you're like,
take them for granted.
Yeah, that you're like, hey, let's play them. They're struggling. It's like, no. And anybody that was at the games this past weekend understands Bismarck's got a good team, and just because they stumbled a bit doesn't mean they're going to be easy.
This weekend, you know, on the road, you guys have been dominant here at home, and this is a good chance, I think, to go on the road and play a playoff type game and see what you're made of.
Yep, exactly. It's going to be a good test for us going into the playoffs. Understand we're going to have to win some games on the road in the playoffs and take care of business, and this is just like it. We have an opportunity to win a division title if we, you know, we do control our destiny. If we take care of what we're capable of, good things will happen for us, and we will win the division. But we got to show up and play.
Absolutely. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks much.